Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Mr. Runnin, and today we'll be continuing our playthrough of Pharaoh and Cleopatra. We'll be continuing our playthrough with the 7th mission of the game, Abedju. As always, we'll be playing the release from GOG and we'll be using the widescreen mod. Links in the description below for the GOG game page and for the mod. Alright, let's get right into it. As always, we'll be continuing with our saved family, and we'll be using one of the existing saved games. So, first I'm going to pause the game and take a look at what we have here. So it looks like we have two different floodplains, and they're separated. Alright, there's no land bridge. Two areas of marshland. Fairly decent greenery cover. Alright. So, the new things this time are boats. So you have trading on the water, fishing the Nile, building boats and ships, and making bricks. The goal for the mission is population rating, prosperity, kingdom, monument, and culture. Alright. And we have barley and flax, so we need the fishing wharf. Okay. So, what do we have for kingdoms? Figs, straw, clay, bricks, pottery, reeds. Oh, so it has the elements of bricks, so we might want to do that. They'll buy fish and beer. Oh, they'll buy linen. Okay, that's good. Linen is usually very expensive. We don't really have gems, but they have wood, so we can make boats. Copper to make shields. Chickpeas, that's good, a source of food. They'll buy barley and beer. Alright, there are a lot of places I can connect to. Alright, so let's start by getting the linen stuff going. And we're going to slow the game way down with bracket. And then that'll cover off our beer needs. Gonna waste a bit of road here, but because we're going to connect it to the block at one single point, we can just slap a roadblock down. So that'll keep all the maintenance staff from going along the roads. We'll go out a bit more and start the loop. Okay. Put some people down. Get a water supply. Tuck it right in there. Police station. Actually, no. Let's do architect post and firehouse. We will speed the game back up again. Let's make sure we're at the right speed. Let's have it at 90. Alright, so people should come, yeah, from the top. So what I'm doing here, making the road longer, people don't super love being next to this, but more than that, it'll let me do another full section of houses if we need to. So we'll do some preemptive roads here. So we'll just build a block like that. how many workers are we short? A lot? Okay. No, we don't want to leave. But there are more people coming. Oh, we should prioritize infrastructure, followed by health and sanitation, followed by industry and commerce. Then food, then religion. Alright, so right now we don't actually intend for this area to get super high level. I'm basically just using it to gather these resources. Now, we do need to find the... So there is nowhere to actually go across with the bridge, so we're going to have to do the water crossing of ferry landing. Here looks like a pretty good spot. Tuck it right there, and tuck it right there. Alright, so that should let people cross. Now, I don't actually remember if you need it to get across here or not. But we'll want a small marshland place. So let's make another water crossing over here. Tuck it there, tuck it there. Out of that, we'll go this way, go up a bit. Alright, so we're going to want to start employing some weavers. And employees are needed, which I already knew about. That's going to take the road all the way that way and add a roadblock. So if there is anything to transport all this way, they will be capable of doing so. Now I'm going to see if I can actually squeeze in a storage yard here, which I can. Alright, although the city does need more workers, so let's toast one of those. Okay, so we lost a little bit of reeds, but they'll grow back. And then as people move in, we should be able to make another one. Won't do that either. We'll just go up to, but not quite including that extra area. So on this end, we can pretty much do this. Go this way. One, two. Start with that. Alright, and then we're going to put down some fishing wharves. Going to offset the granary by one in case we want to go northeast or northwestward. So we need a shipwright, which we're going to build over here. And then it needs access to wood. So we're going to go up here, and the only place to get wood, right, was, yeah. Oh, this is going to hurt. So we need a dock. These people will buy beer. What we want is these ones. Alright, so for here, what we're going to do is we're going to export every ounce of linen we have. We're going to import, let's start with 200 wood. Here's a working dock, which we already knew. So that's not really a surprise. We're going to go up here a bit and throw down the stuff necessary to do the festival square. And just delete the little scraggly bits. Alright, then we're going to start throwing down temples. Because Cyrus wants people to love him. Alright, so this is now full, which is awesome. We've also begun constructing the ships, which is going to give us a source of food, although right now we aren't giving it to anybody. However, we're going to hold a festival.
It's the trader's life for me.
Stack up the roadblocks here. So I'll make sure that nothing comes out the side of that building. Alright, now with 2 of them going, we should have a better chance of actually servicing the barley. And a steady supply of food. Okay, so we are going to plop some more fishing wharfs down. Alright, we have malaria. That's fun. Let's just do a straight up physician here in this corner. Get rid of that. Go this way. Stick the water supply over here. Add some more people. We're kind of cramming people in wherever we can at this point. This is not going to be a nice place to live. We will be getting lots of warnings that our food levels are low. Okay, we're going to export all our papyrus right now. Alright, so this should help it a little bit, being a little bit nicer. But we've got to watch our money. We don't have a ton of it. But now that we have this other loop here, I'm going to go ahead and add a physician on this side as well. Leaving that one empty block there for expansion. Alright, how are we doing on our population problems? Whew, not great. Okay, so we need a lot more workers. Okay, so we're going to build a lot. I'm going to introduce some more of these guys. And another one of these guys. I'm hoping I can squeeze a bandstand in here somewhere. Yes, I can. Excellent. And then off of the bandstand on the side, we're going to do the breweries. Yeah, we definitely don't need to import reeds. We're good for that. Open a trade route to export. And beer is exportable. Alright, so we are going to export when we get over 400 beer. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make a new storage yard, and this storage yard is only going to accept beer and linen, each to half the yard. And then this other yard is only going to accept barley and flax for now. Perfect flood, excellent. Alright, looks like we're starting to fill out the entertainment portion. I think we're going to change this one too. So we only want reeds to be half the yard, and half the yard for papyrus. Alright, so we need 800 beer. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go in and remove our beer exporting. Alright, so it looks like we're getting quite the industrial area now. So we have 2 of those for that loop. That should be okay. If anything breaks, we'll start throwing down more stuff. Let's take a look at the problems overlay. Alright, that looks interesting. We want the risk of damage. That's the more interesting one. Okay, so it looks like this might be a little bit much for a single person to deal with.
I don't know why we did. The city never trades, and the short leave is boring.
Alright, our culture's going up. Prosperity not yet, because our money is a little bit low. We have 6 beer, so we need 2 more, then we can fulfill the request. And they're getting there. Okay, so that's probably good. This one should be good for fish. I'm going to make a storage yard here. And into this one we are going to only accept bricks right now. So eventually we have mastabas to build, and those take a lot of bricks. I'm also going to see if putting a storage yard here that only accepts papyrus forces the papyrus people over. Alright, just in time we can now complete the request. So, let's go. I'm also going to go back in and add in the export order. Except this time I'm going to maintain it at 600. That way if they ask for another 800, it'll be fairly easy to do. I am definitely not making an ideal layout, but that's okay. We're going to accept all fish. That is a very strange thing to have happen, given that the physician is constantly walking around this tiny little loop. Hopefully once these people get down here and the other side of the ferry landing is staffed, then all of the papyrus will start moving in that direction. Alright, because of the way beautification works, alright, so we're loading lots and lots of fish. I think this is probably having the same problem on this end, is where there just isn't enough employment. So we're going to stick a roadblock down. Alright, we're back at 1,000 people. It's been a while since we held a festival, so we're going to have another one. I am hoping that the... where is it? I'm hoping that this bazaar is going to be able to send its person over here and interact with the granary. They may or may not be able to. Oh, yeah, there you go.
The bazaar needs some items, and I'm going to help.
So we're going to create another mini area down here. And this is where we're going to put a bunch of the papyrus makers. bricklayers guilds. So the work camp is going to supply the people for the foundation, while the bricklayers guilds are going to be responsible for actually putting all the bricks onto the monument. But what we want to do now is we want to ensure that, switch this back, we want to make sure that we have enough space for the next request to actually meet whatever the reward is. The work camp is also going to be responsible for transporting the bricks to the monument site. So this site is going to need 2,000 bricks for this layer and 10,000 overall. Okay, so we're getting a pretty good prosperity rating. The amount of money we have has definitely gone up. So in this corner, we're just going to stick a booth. Make sure that goes all the way. Continue to put down plaza as it's available. I think I'm going to put down a medium shrine over here. Alright, so down here is going to need some serious help. It is not a fan of being near all this industry. So those couple things. Compliance not possible. Alright, so we'll figure out this, then we'll figure out what the heck that warning was. Malaria. Okay. So you're going to use that for importing food. If we go over here, so we can actually export fish, which is good. We're going to export when we're over 2,000. Then we can open up routes to import other things. So let's do that too. There's now a plague in the city. Okay, so we're going to move some stuff around. And slow the game way down. Alright, so we have a brickworks. So we're going to create this separate but very close by section of the city where we get clay and straw. Then we're going to create brickworks and speed the game back up. And I don't know about you, but this to that does not feel like a 10% change. But that's 90% to 100% game speed. Alright, it looks like the malaria is over, and we've begun importing the chickpeas. Sorry, the plague is over. This place still has malaria. Alright, so now we check. We're going to import clay up to 1,000. Then we need to find whoever I'm not connected to because, okay, so that one sells straw. That one sells straw. Oh, that one buys linen. Excellent. Alright, so we're going to import straw up to 800. It's kind of unfortunate flax can't be exported. We have a lot of it. It's a very vicious cycle. They lost access to religion because religion is lower down on the chart. I'm going to switch religion to spot 3. Then food can be 4. So we're just kind of like shift it down a little bit because they need religion in order to upgrade, and once they upgrade we can get more people. So it turns out people really don't like the docks. Small area makes no sense. So you've got a dentist and a physician looping around a very small area, and they just can't seem to catch up. Alright, I'm actually going to have this just be reeds. Then make a second reed gatherer. I was hoping my personal mansion would fit in there, but over here it is. Okay, so we have a backup right now. One way to solve that is to get more docks, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put some less than desirable housing here as well. Alright, so I now have 1% unemployment, 2%. I've also added some potters so they can start making pottery that everyone will use. Alright, so we need more juggler schools and dancer, yeah. What can we do for that? I guess we can do something over here. I don't actually know if that's enough space or not, but we'll find out. I can stick a pavilion there. Excellent. Alright, they want 1,000 beer now. Okay, so my culture rating's good now. My prosperity is getting there. need to adjust the beer export. I'm also going to set beer to get so that they don't use it over here on the other side. So it looks like the bazaar went ahead and gathered beer anyways, so we're going to say don't buy beer. And we're going to do that for all of them, because at this point we don't want anyone getting beer.
I'm expecting the worst. The gods must think we've forgotten them.
At least not until I get the other beer brewing places up. That was not quite right. Let's try that again. So, they said disease struck the city, but I don't see any new disease spots. There we go. We'll just force them to higher levels. There's a lot of unemployment, so we're going to make more weavers too. Alright, and I think we're going to call it for today. Let's save this up. Thank you everybody for coming. And tune in next time when we continue our quest to finish this mission. Thanks everybody.